Open Cisco Packet Tracer. We will be continuing as a guest here. It will take around 12-second time to log in as a guest. So we are in the console of uh, Cisco Packet Tracer. So as I've said, today we're gonna study about static routing. So first we'll have to take three routers and create three network from that router. So for general, we are using 2911 router here. Now we'll do connection with both in between these three routers. Now we'll take attach a computer with these routers. Since we can't attach the cable to this port because the available interface on this router is limited to three only. So we'll restrict our lab scenario with only three computers. We'll delete additional computers here. Finally, we'll attach. Now, since now we'll create three networks of /30. Now we'll start each router. I will select the interface on which we want to configure the IP addresses. For that we need to go in enable mode. After that we need to go in global configuration mode. And I will select the interface gig 0/2 and I will assign the IP address. So I will use the addressing format. Similarly, we'll assign few more subnets for gig 0 interface and gig 0/1 interface. Since we have done the configuration here, we'll move on to the router 2. Similarly, we'll go in global configuration mode. We'll assign gig 0 with 70.2 and gig 0/1 with 90.1. We'll check the connectivity between router 1 and router 2 by pinging each other. You can see we are unable to get ping since in configuration mode there ping is not allowed. We can use do ping here. As you can see there is a timeout in ping, hence the connection is not establishing. So what can we do here? As we know that router ports are by default in shutdown mode, so we need to enable the router port first. So first we'll select the interface 0/0 and we'll give issue the command no shutdown. As you can see, it is saying interface gigabit ethernet 0/0 change state to up. Similarly, we'll do for all the three interfaces in that router. So we'll select interface S1 and we'll issue no shutdown command again. Our interface gigabit ethernet 0/1 is also change the state. Similarly, we'll do for gig 0/2. You can write in shortcut also like this. We'll also assign the IP for gig interface 2. We'll assign the 40.0 network for this interface. As you can see, we have done the configuration here. We'll move on to router 1 to enable the interface as we have done in gig 1. So we'll select gig 1 and we'll issue the no shutdown command. Similarly, we'll move on to the gig 0 interface and similarly we'll move on to the gig 2 interface. We'll issue the no shutdown command. Now we'll check the route table, connected route table. For that, we will issue the command. So, no, we'll issue the command so IP route connected. As you can see, we have two interfaces, two routing table filled up in this routing table. Two entries filled in this routing table, 10.0 network and 70.0. Since both ports are up, hence we are seeing both connected routes here. Similarly, we are moving to the router number 1 to enable the interface as well as configuration of the IP. So let's move on to the router number 1. Then we'll go in configuration mode, global configuration mode. As you can see here, gig 1 interface is connected to router 0, gig 0 interface is connected to router 2, and gig 2 interface is connected to the PC attached with that router, PC4. And we'll issue the no shutdown command here. Line protocol and that interface is getting up. It We'll go to the interface 0/0 0. Then we'll give issue command IP address 2168.90.2 255.255.255. This is subnet. So we have taken a /24 subnet here. Then we'll issue the no shutdown command. We'll check bit by pinging do ping 168.90.1. So again it is getting timeout. We'll check the IP configuration on this router too. So since we have not configured the IP on that interface, we need to configure IP on that interface router 2. So we'll select interface give 1 40 dot. We'll check the connectivity by pinging to 90.2. See, we have received the round trip of 0 ms, hence our router is pinging to router 1. Coming back to router 1, we'll configure the interface 0/2. Zero. We'll give assign dot 1 here and issue no shutdown command. Now since all our configuration is completed now, we'll configure the IP address on PCs. So for that we need to go in desktop IP configuration, and here we have to enter the IP address. So we have taken, we have taken the /24 networks everywhere. Sorry for typo. We'll assign an IP address 192.168.20.2 here, subnet mask of 22550, default gateway of 168.20.1, DNS server same 1. So we have assigned, we'll check by pinging from here 20.1. So we are getting the ping, hence the communication is all right. Similarly, we will configure PC3. We'll move on to the IP configuration. We'll provide IP address to 30.1, 30.1. Similarly, we'll do it for PC1. One. And again, we'll check the connectivity here. So we are getting the connectivity here. So since we are studying static routing, so what does the static routing means? Suppose if PC1 wants to communicate with PC3, can it communicate? Let's check. 30.2. So we can see here it is saying destination host unreachable. Similarly, from if we'll ping from PC3, not 2, we'll again see it's not pinging. It is saying request timeout. So what we have to do in order to achieve the communication between PC1, PC4 and PC3? This is where the concept comes of a static routing. So in static routing, what we are doing, that we provide the next hop address in the routing table, that where the packet shall go. So we are, let's take router 2. Okay. So suppose we want to make communication between PC3 and PC1. What we have to do, i- take all the traffic of PC3 to the next router. We need to take all the traffic of PC3 to the next router 0. Okay. But how this router will know that all the traffic need to reach to PC1? So we have to add a static route in this router. So PC1 network is 192.168.10.0/24. So we need to feed manual entry in this router about that network. So how we do? We'll see this. We'll issue the command here. So we'll go in again. We'll go in global configuration mode and we'll issue IP route. Destination prefix will be 192.168.10.0/24 network. Sorry, 10.0. We'll use the destination prefix. So this is the destination prefix. And what will be the next hop? We assign that here. So we'll assign next hop. Basically, what is next hop means the forwarding router address. So we'll give the next router address here. In our case, the next router address is 192.168 and 70.1. Okay. So we have given the static route. We'll check the route by issuing command do show IP route. As you can see, we have loaded our route table with this. Okay. Similarly, in router 0, we have to make him aware about the network of in which PC3 is connected. So what we'll do, we'll will also manually add a network information in this routing table. So again, we'll issue the command here in global configuration mode. We'll issue the command IP route. We'll use the network in which we want to reach. In our case, it is 192.168.30.0 slash 20, sorry, slash not 255.255.255.0. And next hop router will be 192.168.70.2. So we'll add this static route here, and let's check whether our PC1 and PC3 is communicating. Now we have manually fed the network information of this network in this router, and similarly the network information of router in this network. So both routers are aware that where we had to forward the traffic. So let's see whether our PCs are pinging or not. So it's not pinging. There might be some issue. So you must have done some mistake here. So let's check what we have done here. Okay, we have first we need to configure whether our router is pinging or not. So we are unable to, yes, we are able to ping the router. So there is no fault in that. Okay, again, it is also pinging. So what will be the mistake? So we can trace route and check whether, okay. So we can see here it is not forwarding. Router 2 is not forwarding the PC3. So we'll first check it. PC3 is communicating properly or not. Okay, we found our mistake here. PC3 is not communicating with his parent router. So first we have to make troubleshooting between those two routers. So we'll check the interface. So interface, okay. So as you can see, we have taken the internet address of 40.1 here. But what we have to take here is 30.1. Or we can simply change the interface IP address. So we'll go in config interface. And we'll issue the command 30 dot 0 1 255 command here, and again we'll check dot 1. Yes, it's pinging right now. Let's again check the computer whether computer is pinging or not. So let's again ping. That's pinging. Ping 30.2. Yes. Let's see. See, as you can see now, it's communicating. PC1 is communicating between PC3. PC1 and PC3 is communicating. Similarly, if PC1 wants to reach to PC4, we have to do? Same thing. We need to fill the information of this network in the routing table of this router 0. So, so we have to issue the command as we have done in previous communication. So we'll again go in config terminal mode. We'll select, we'll add IP route 192.168. The network is 20.0. Subnet is 255.255.0, which is a slash 24 subnet. And next IP will be 80 series 80.2. Next router IP address will be 192.168.80.2. Since we have established TCP connection between router 0 and router 1 over this network. Similarly, we'll go in router 1 and we'll feed information about this dot 10.0 network, 192.168.10.0 network. Okay, so we have to first go in global configuration mode. The route at 10.0 to 5.0. Next hop will be 192.168.80.1. So what happened here? Okay, sorry, we have to add a static. Okay. So generally, this is basically Juniper command. Um, so we'll check whether it is pinging now. Dot 20.2. Again, it's not pinging, so we again have to troubleshoot what went wrong this time. Okay, it's pinging. It must be taking some entry time. So, and similarly, we'll check from here. Yeah, it's pinging fine. So PC1 and PC4 is communicating. PC1 and PC3 is communicating. What about PC3 and PC4? Will it communicate? Let's see. We'll ping PC3 from PC4 console. Dot 2. As you can see, it's saying destination host unreachable. So what happened? Again, similar case, there is no routing network entry in router 1. Similarly, there is no network information of PC4 network in router 2. So we need to first add entry in both router about router 1 and router 2. So we'll add here. In our case, next router IP address will be 192.168.90.2. We have added here. Similarly, we'll add in this router the address. Next router will be 192.168.90.1. Okay, now let's ping. Now ping from PC3 to PC4. Yeah, it's pinging fine. So we can see here by using static routing, we have connected all the PCs respectively to each other. PC1 is able to communicate with PC3. PC3 is able to communicate with PC4, and PC4 is able to communicate PC1. So here's the end of this video. Thanking you for watching this stream.